So today we're going to be talking about some healthy eating tips and two special. Hi, Sushma.
Hi, Trishala.
How's it going?
Good, good. Nice
You
to
can
see
see
you.
we're in two different parts of the world because I have a lot of
Yeah,
sun tonight and the sun's gone down for you.
exactly. So, good morning to you.
Yeah, and good evening to you. I'm just going to quickly introduce you to everyone, and then we'll get started. Much like our content, we want to keep this quick to the point and very clear for everyone. So Sushma is a holistic nutritionist, and she's an author of two Telugu books as well, and the founder of her own health and wellness community called Nourishia Wellness. She's from Andhra Pradesh in India. She's also a very active member in our community, and I'm trying to do more lives with people who are in this community to just, share ideas and really lean into each other's insights. And she's also a contributor. So if you haven't seen her simple chutney recipe, I made it yesterday. In fact, it's really easy. You put everything in a blender, and it's on our IG page. So go check that out. But thank you, Sushma, for being here and taking the time to chat with us.
Thank you for the introduction, Trishala. Happy to be here.
Awesome. So let's get started. And while we're doing this, if anyone has any questions, please put it into the chat and we'll be sure to answer them. So what are your 5 healthy tips? Let's start with tip number 1.
Sure. So, yes, like you have been saying in the introduction, so it is not only about Diwali. So, these healthy eating tips, or should I say, lifestyle changes, these should be included in our daily routine, like, and they can be followed for a lifetime, according to me as a holistic health coach. So, the first one on my list is don't go out for a Diwali party on an empty stomach, or even if you're having a dinner party at home with few of your friends. So now it's everywhere. The pandemic is happening. So if not parties outside, so even if it's at your home, so have to control our overindulging into these Diwali desserts and all these. So first thing, don't jump with an empty stomach. So that's my first point.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you are at home, or even if you are going out for a party, so you can have a bowl of soup, you can have a simple any fruit that is available, or a fistful of nuts and seeds, seed trail mix, anything is fine. So just don't go on an empty stomach. So actually, so that will actually help us in limiting ourselves instead of overindulging in these desserts and all. So
Yeah.
that's my first tip. So then don't overeat. So if we are like in a party with a buffet spread over there, so instead of overindulging into that, so we can have a little portion of everything. We can taste everything.
Mm-hmm.
So one common question what I get is, do I ever eat any cupcake or a sweet from my clients? So yes, we we all eat. End of the day, we all are human. It's all about the portion control. It's all about eating in moderation. So it's all about self control. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not needed that we stop ourselves from tasting all those. So it's all about portion control, and it's we shouldn't overeat.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. So it's all about mindful eating, to keep it simple. So chew your food properly, eat slowly. So according to a research study done by the Harvard Medical School, they suggest that we should chew our food, like each morsel of our food, each bite,
Mm-hmm.
20 to 40 times. So 20 is like minimum.
I'm
So
definitely
now,
nowhere near 20 times, probably 3 or 4 if I'm lucky, but that makes a lot of sense. Usually, sometimes when you're on your phone and you're getting distracted and you're eating while you're doing other things like
exactly,
watching TV,
exactly.
it's so hard. So that's a great point.
Exactly. So we need to chew it properly. So that's
Mm-hmm.
not only about our weight management. So chewing our food actually helps a lot in dealing with indigestion issues, gastric issues. So that is one common complaint which I keep getting from my clients these days. Everyone out there is suffering with IBS, bloating, indigestion, acidity. All these are like common these days. So the thing is, our digestion actually starts in our mouth. So the salivary enzymes that come out in our mouth. So actually our digestion process begins in our mouth. So it's
Mhm.
very, very important to chew our food properly. So to begin with, you can start simply using a timer, like we can set it like 20 to 25 minutes for each main meal, be it
Right.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So eat slowly. So that actually helps in portion control also. Be,
Hmm.
because it takes 20 minutes of time for our brain to receive the signal that we are full. So
Yeah.
we don't give our brain that much time and we keep on eating.
Yeah.
We actually end up eating more
Mhm.
if we are into fast eating and all.
So tip number
So
one is don't go on an empty stomach. Tip number two is mindful eating and take your time
exactly.
and slowly kind of just enjoy the process without doing it at speed. What's tip number three?
Number three is don't stress, no guilt eating this Diwali or for any other festival or any time. So I end up getting these calls and messages from my clients. Ma'am, I had a cupcake. Ma'am, I had a pastry yesterday. I'm feeling guilty. What should I do? So just don't feel guilty. It's okay to have it. Actually, our stress makes us more fat, put on more fat than the piece of kaju katli or a
Yeah.
piece of rasgulla or a cupcake or anything. So just
Hmm.
don't feel guilty of having that. It's completely fine. So there is a hormone called cortisol. It's a stress hormone. So when we are stressed, so when we are guilty, we actually end up being in stress. So then our this stress hormone called cortisol, it actually goes up, and then
Hmm.
our metabolic rate goes down. So then there will be no fat burning process happening in our body. So that's actually going to lead to weight gain. So if you want to eat it, just eat it. Just be mindful. That's it. Please don't feel guilty and all. It's
Yeah.
completely fine.
The guilt is real sometimes. You know, you enjoy Diwali, you indulge, and then after that you sit and you think about how much you just took in all day, and you feel the next few days are not that great, right? And I think because
Yeah.
we're also in the midst of a pandemic, it's even more important to take care of your health and
Yes,
look
yes.
after your body and mind while you're celebrating everything this year. So that's a great tip.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's actually connected to emotional eating also, Trishala. So if we observe, mostly girls have this. So when we are stressed or during the PMS time, we tend to have these sweet cravings and all these, right? So everything is emotionally connected. So our food choices are actually uh, connected with our emotional well-being. So please don't
Hmm.
be stressed. Stress management is very, very important every day. It's not about festival season.
Yeah, awesome. And tip number four.
So that comes to my physical activity. So again, it's not related to festival season. It's on a day-to-day basis, right? So
Mhm.
it's like really, really important. So no matter how nutritious, balanced diet you must be having, if you're not regular with your physical activity, nothing is going to work. So even if it's your festival day, please take at least 15 to 20 minutes of time from your routine. Indulge yourself in some kind of physical activity. Go out for a walk or brisk walk or a jog. Just you
Mhm.
can simply have a dance party at home since it's Diwali. So anything is fine. If you are into yoga, please do at least 10 rounds of Surya Namaskaras that along with pranayama, that would be great. So if you are going out for a party, you can do your exercise 1 hour before going out. So that will actually up your metabolic rate, which
Mhm.
will help in calorie burning. So even if you have those Diwali desserts and all, so this will actually help if you do your physical activity 1 hour before going out for your parties and all.
That's awesome. So yeah, gotta get on Zoom with family and friends and
Yeah,
dance to your favorite playlist of music. Yeah,
that would be great.
awesome. And the last and final tip, tip number five.
Yeah, so again, I'm a huge fan of this deep breathing. So call it pranayama. So we call it pranayama in yoga and also it's not related to yoga. So even if you don't want to do yoga, that's completely fine. You can do any kind of physical activity, but this is entirely different. So
Mm-hmm.
pranayama, but the thing is, we actually do it along with yoga, but still anyone can do it. Even senior citizens who are unable to move properly. All we need to do is we just need to have our back straight. So it's
Yeah.
all about deep breathing. So breathing is a kind of involuntary process, Trishala. So it just keeps on happening, right? 24 by 7. Breathing happens. So we just don't concentrate and do that. So if we concentrate on breathing and do, it is called deep breathing. So it's called
Mhm.
pranayama. So prana is the life force. Ayama means we are lengthening it. So to
Right.
keep it short, so deep breathing actually leads to increase of our lifespan. So it's great for immunity. And nowadays we all are like working from home, right? So sedentary lifestyle. So sedentary lifestyle is actually it is reducing the strength of our respiratory muscles, like our lungs and
Mhm.
all. So this deep breathing actually increases the strength of our respiratory muscles, keeps your lungs healthy. So very, very important during our pandemic, and also plays a major role in boosting our immunity also.
That's really helpful. So there we go. There are 5 tips. I know Sushma is also going to share 2 easy, healthy dessert recipes. But for those who've joined, it's basically do not go to a Diwali party dinner at home on an empty stomach. Eat mindfully, take your time, process the food, enjoy it. Don't have any guilt or stress over the food you've consumed. Really, really enjoy it, and don't be too hard on yourself. Movement, so get in a workout or walk or 10-minute walk around your house, whatever it takes, but get some form of movement in. And lastly, breathing. So take the time, couple of minutes, any point in the day to just sit and breathe, and take some deep breaths. So those are some great tips, I think, for people joining. They'll be surprised to see that it's a combination of both mind and body, right? Not just
Okay.
what you put into your system. And it's not about the calories. Don't deprive yourself this Diwali, but go ahead and enjoy it. So let's go on to the 2 desserts. What are your 2 desserts that you wanted to share with the community?
Sure. The first one on my list is Nutty Bites. So this I want to keep it simple. Like you can include any nuts of your choice. I'll tell from my side. Like you can take a 1/4 cup of badam, kaju, and then half a cup of peanuts. You can include walnuts as well. Any nuts of your choice. So I leave it to your choice. And then for sweetening, let's not go with sugar or jaggery. So we'll have this natural sweetener dates, which is
Mm-hmm.
actually great. It's loaded with good fiber. It is great for your gut health. So 70 to 80% of our immune cells are actually they are present in our gut. So gut health is very, very important to keep us healthy. It's good. Gut health is actually connected to your good skin, good hair, so everything. So any chronic disease management also gut plays a major role. So
Mm-hmm.
dates are loaded with good fiber. So if you're suffering with constipation, dates are great. So you can have a few dates. Just dry roast your nuts. So no need of any ghee, no need of any oil or anything. Just dry roast them in a pan and
Mm-hmm.
blend them. Just grind them coarsely, so that not into a fine powder kind of. And then blend your dates also separately. Remove your seeds, de-seed your dates, and then
Yeah.
blend them. Add little bit of elaichi powder, so that's your cardamom. So cardamom is again great in managing our blood pressure levels. So during winter season and rainy season, our blood pressure actually tends to fall down if we are not regular with our physical activity also. So this
Mm-hmm.
cardamom actually helps in managing our blood pressure levels also on an optimal side. So just mix everything and roll them into small balls or laddus if we want to call them.
So it's a
That's it.
healthy laddu.
Exactly.
Awesome. Okay. And then what's the second dessert?
Second one is for all the chocolate lovers out there. So you can take 3/4 cup of cacao. So cacao is actually different from cocoa. So cocoa is actually more refined product, I can say. So this is naturally fermented, cold
Mm-hmm.
pressed product, I could say. So this is more unrefined, so it has more nutritional value compared to our cocoa. Cacao is actually loaded with many nutritional benefits. So it plays a major role in reducing our stress level. So if you're suffering from anxiety, so during this lockdown and all, there is a rise in our mental health issues as well. So cacao, so this 70% and above cacao actually plays a major role in stress management also. So you can take 3/4 cup of cacao nibs or cacao powder, anything is fine. And then again few dates, de-seeded dates, blend them, uh, place it on a baking paper or a plate, simply plate is also fine. Then take 3 to 4 tablespoons of roasted pista, crush them. Please don't grind them. You can just hand pound them. Anything is fine. We can just do it in a mortar pestle. Anything is okay.
Okay.
So this becomes like a kind of it will be on a baking tray, right? Or you can even keep in your chocolate mold. So on that we'll be layering these pista. We can add little bit of sea salt also, so that's optional. So that's according to your taste.
Okay.
Just refrigerate them for 30 minutes and it will be ready to eat. So kind of pista choco bar kind of. So you can make it into any molds of your choice.
Awesome. I think we have a question. So is there any limitations on the cacao intake on daily basis? Like how much can you take per day?
Yeah. So 1 to 2 teaspoons maximum, not more than that.
Okay.
So anything, this is something I want to add today. So even if it's a good food, if we consume it in excess, more than requirement for our body, so then it's going to get stored as fats, which is
Yeah.
not needed for us. So don't overdo anything.
That's really helpful. So I'm going to give people an opportunity. If there are any other questions that you have for Sushma, put it into the comments and we can answer them. But otherwise, this is really helpful. What we'll do is we'll take these recipes as well and put them on our feed so people can see how to make it and refer to it in the future as well. But thank you, Sushma, for joining us for this quick
Thank you,
live.
Trishala.
I'm sure people found it very helpful. And as we celebrate Diwali differently this year, it doesn't mean it needs to be any less fun. So let's,
So,
get together with our friends and family, eat healthy, stay healthy, and get through the year strong. So thank you, Sushma.
thank you for
And
having me, Trishala.
we will talk soon. Thanks.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.